Just imagine losing everything because of a false case. That's exactly what happens to Kwon, a boy who not long ago was the national taekwondo champion, but nowadays spends his entire day at an internet cafe playing video games. He doesn't have a job, yet his gaming skills are exceptional. In one of the online games he plays, his character's name is Captain, and he is part of a team called Resurrection, where he always helps his teammates selflessly. One day, after finishing a game at the cafe, Kwon notices a smartphone nearby that is ringing. When he picks it up, a girl's voice asks for help. She says she forgot her phone at the cafe and wants Kwon to return it to her. At first, Kwon hesitates, reluctant to leave his game, but when the girl offers $300 for the task, he immediately agrees and goes to her house. Upon arriving, he finds the door open and the girl in the bathroom. She tells him to take the money she left while leaving the phone on the table. Kwon follows her instructions but warns her to keep her door closed, as leaving it open is unsafe. The very next day, Kwon's life turns upside down. Police storm his house and arrest him, accusing him of raping and murdering the girl. Kwon is stunned. The evidence against him is shocking. Blood is found on his hands. The murder weapon is in his room. His fingerprints and DNA are found in the girl's house. Security camera footage seems to confirm his presence, and even his semen is discovered at the scene. Within hours, the news spreads across the country, and public outrage paints him as a cold-blooded criminal. His mother rushes to the police station but is denied access to her son. Determined to prove his innocence, she distributes pamphlets and pleads with people to believe him. But the public dismisses her, some even insulting her. Seeking legal help, she approaches lawyer Mr. Min, but even he feels Kwon must be guilty given the overwhelming evidence. During the court proceedings, every piece of evidence is presented against Kwon, and under the immense pressure from the nationwide media frenzy, the court delivers a verdict. Kwon is guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment, leaving him trapped in a nightmare of betrayal, false accusations, and shattered dreams. Kwon was sent to a high-security prison where he could not get parole. The judge said that because Kwon had spent all his time playing games and had no job, his mind had become unstable, and that was why he committed the crime. In prison, Kwon found himself surrounded by dangerous criminals, feeling like an innocent child trapped in a lion's den. One day, a gang leader named Paul noticed him. Paul's men caught Kwon and took him to their boss. The prison guards saw everything, but were told to look away. Paul started beating Kwon, and when Kwon defended himself by punching Paul, the gang got even angrier and beat him badly. When the guards finally came, Paul lied and said Kwon had attacked him first, so Kwon was punished by being locked in a dark room for 30 days. The torture continued. Paul and his gang beat him almost every day and even injected something into his body that made Kwon go mad, making him try to hurt himself. Life in prison became a daily struggle just to survive. One day, his mother came to visit with his lawyer, Mr. Min. She was shocked to see Kwon's condition and realized how badly he was being treated. She encouraged him, saying, "Son, stay strong for a few more days. I will get you out. I will not let anyone call you a rapist." Her words gave Kwon hope and courage. Back in prison, he was determined to fight. He continued clashing with Paul and his gang, but a kind prisoner gave him an ointment to heal his wounds and told him that Paul was beating him because he was weak, not because he was guilty. Kwon decided it was time to fight back when Paul and team came for Kwon. He made small weapons from pens and paper and defeated Paul's men one by one. Finally, he struck Paul unconscious with a single blow. The next day, Mr. Min brought Kwon devastating news. His mother had died. She could not bear the harassment from the public, and the sorrow had been too much for her. Kwon was given her death certificate so the government could perform her last rites, but he was not allowed to attend her funeral. Hearing the news of his mother's death, Kwon was completely shattered. That night, he dreamed of his mother hugging him, and the next moment, her words came back to him. He must not live the life of a rapist. Filled with determination, Kwon promised himself that he would prove his innocence. The very next day, he attacked Paul, but in the process, he was stabbed in the stomach. He was quickly being taken to the prison hospital, but somehow, he regained strength, stood up, and attacked the guards. He held a sharp object to the chief guard's neck and demanded the key to his handcuffs. The guard handed it to him. However, during the transport, their van met with an accident, injuring everyone. Kwon somehow survived, freed himself from the handcuffs, and ran. The chief guard pointed a gun at him, but then, for some unknown reason, he lowered it, perhaps realizing that Kwon did not belong in prison, and let him go. Kwon escaped into the forest, moving quickly to avoid being seen. He soon stole some clothes and kept running. Soon, the police across the country were hunting him. During his escape, Kwon noticed a couple whose car had broken down. They were in a hurry to reach the airport. Kwon helped them repair the car, and in return, they gave him a ride. They didn't know who he was and were leaving the country anyway, so they even let him keep the car so he could sell it and earn some money. Using the car, Kwon headed to the city. With nowhere else to hide, he went to Mr. Min's house, hoping for help. Min gave him his mother's last memento, her necklace, and promised to re-examine the case files. But Min also called the police, wanting Kwon to surrender. Hearing this, Kwon fled before the police arrived. Eventually, he reached an internet cafe and read all the articles written about him. Almost all of them accused him of the crime, but then he discovered a documentary that claimed Kwon had been framed. The documentary explained that it would have been impossible for Kwon to rape the girl twice and kill her in just 3 minutes. And it also revealed that many pieces of evidence had been tampered with. Feeling relieved, Kwon learned that the documentary was created by Mr. Harry, who had once played games with him. Soon, Kwon met Mr. Harry in person and discovered the truth. Harry was actually a woman named Yeo, part of Kwon's resurrection team. Yeo warned him that the cafe manager was about to inform the police, so he needed to leave immediately. She later met him at a restaurant and took him to a secret base outside the city where she lived alone. Yeo, obsessed with computers, spent all her time working and hiding from the world, and this place became Kwon's new refuge. Yeo cooked a delicious meal for Kwon, and after eating, he finally felt happy and at peace. Prison food had been stale and tasteless, and this was the first time in a long while that his soul felt comforted. Soon, the rest of his teammates arrived. They wanted to help Kwon, just as he had always helped them in the game. Yeo had researched Kwon's case and discovered all the mistakes and falsified evidence. Together with the team, she began investigating other high-profile cases. During their research, they noticed a special truck appearing in the camera footage from all the crime scenes. Yeo traced the truck and found that it had been registered under a scrapyard. Kwon secretly went to the scrapyard and saw 2 men carrying a large box into a car. He followed them to a building, which turned out to be the house of a famous TV actor named No Jin-young. From his hiding spot, Kwon saw that the box contained No Jun's dead body. As he watched, some special agents arrived and began planting evidence like fingerprints and hair. Shockingly, it was revealed that Kwon's lawyer, Mr. Min, was the mastermind behind this operation. The real murderer of No Jun was actually the daughter of a wealthy businessman named Shu. To protect his daughter, Shu had ordered Min to create fake evidence and frame an innocent person. Mr. Min had a secret room in his building that opened only with his face. Inside, using a supercomputer, he found a girl named Lulling, so to frame for No Jun's murder. So had no connection to the crime and was living her life peacefully, unaware of the danger approaching. Meanwhile, Kwon stole a photo from No Jun's house that had fingerprints left by Min's team. He gave the photo to Yeo, who scanned the fingerprints and discovered they belonged to So. Min's team had already gone to So's house to collect her hair, blood, and saliva for the fake evidence. Min's team then called So to No Jun's house, and Kwon, tapping her phone, listened in. The voice feels similar to him. Then he realized the truth. Just like in his own case, an innocent person had been framed, and a rich man was behind the crimes. Kwon tried to confront the girl whose voice had called him on the phone, even attempting to kidnap her, but she escaped on a motorcycle. Kwon followed her, but his car broke down, and then Paul and his gang caught him. Paul, who had somehow escaped from jail, took Kwon to an abandoned place to torture him, seeking revenge for what happened in prison. At that moment, Yeo contacted the SWAT team, who arrived just in time to rescue Kwon from Paul. Taking advantage of the chaos, Kwon ran and was picked up by Yeo, and together they escaped safely. On the way, Kwon asked Yeo how Paul had found him. Yeo discovered a tracker hidden in Kwon's mother's necklace. That's when Kwon realized that Min had been tracking him all this time. because he had given Kwon the necklace to secretly follow his location. Heartbroken, Kwon had to let go of his mother's last memento, throwing it away to stay safe. Later, Kwon's team built drones and sent them to scan Min's building. They suspected that a high-tech supercomputer filled with data about people all over the country would be there. And they were right. The drone scans revealed huge computers inside. Meanwhile, Kwon returned to Nojun's house and removed all the fake evidence planted there. When Min found out, he ordered his agents to clean the house and create a new crime scene elsewhere. But Kwon blew up their van containing the fake evidence, stopping Min's plan. Elsewhere, Shu's daughter, hiding in a hospital as a patient, wanted to escape quickly, which forced Min to prepare a new crime scene immediately. Using Min's name, Kwon lured Shu's daughter to the new crime scene, where she was arrested for the murder. The news spread across the country, and Min's plan completely failed. Kwon even called Min and warned him that he would be exposed to the world. Surprisingly, Min seemed excited instead of scared. He admitted that he was bored of creating fake crime scenes, and that Kwon's interference had made things interesting again. Min was talking this bullshit. That's when Kwon hung up, making Min furious. Min returned to his office only to find his secretary had been murdered. He quickly realized Kwon had entered his building. Min ran to his secret room, but Kwon caught him from behind and started beating him. During their fight, they reached Min's high-tech supercomputer. When Kwon opened it, he found videos showing how he had been framed, as well as recordings of his mother tirelessly fighting for his release. Then Min revealed the shocking truth. He had killed Kwon's mother because she had been creating public support for Kwon, which disrupted his plans. Enraged, Kwon beat Min mercilessly and began transferring all the evidence from Min's supercomputer to Yeo's thumb drive, finally taking a huge step toward justice. Suddenly, Paul called Kwon and said that he had kidnapped Kwon's team. If Kwon didn't come to rescue them, he would kill them all. Min added that, using the tracker in the necklace, they had found Yeo's hideout, and now Paul was holding everyone captive. Kwon had only 30 minutes to save his friends, so he couldn't wait for the data transfer to finish. He immediately rushed to their location. Meanwhile, Min called again and revealed that he planned to make Yeo the scapegoat in his next mission, sending his special agents to collect her DNA and other evidence. At Yeo's hideout, Paul fired at someone but missed, and at that same moment, Kwon arrived. Using his incredible fighting skills, he defeated Paul's men one by one. After freeing his team, they headed to a TV station. On the way, they eliminated Paul's goons, Min's special agents, and even evaded the police. However, Min hacked the TV channels and labeled Kwon's team as dangerous criminals. When Kwon and his team reached the TV station, the rest of the team distracted the pursuing goons and police, while Yeo started her computer system in the command center, ready to expose Min to the whole country. The police arrested Kwon's companions, except for Yeo, and surrounded Kwon's car from all the sides. Kwon raised his hands and stepped out quietly. Millions of people across the country were watching on TV. Min initially felt pleased, thinking he had won. But soon his happiness turned to despair when the command center shut down. Yeo still had the thumb drive with all the evidence. She hacked the TV stations, connected the evidence from Min's computer, and revealed the truth. The public saw Min's black deeds, how he trapped innocent people by creating fake crime scenes, and how Kwon had been framed. Kwon's case was shown on live TV, and people realized how wrong they had been. Once Min was exposed, he tried to escape in his car, but Kwon's team had removed the steering wheel, and Min was soon arrested. Kwon and his team were honorably acquitted. Later, Min met Paul in jail, and Paul was furious, making it clear that Min's life in prison would not be easy. At last, tell me guys, what do you think? Does people like Min also exists in real life? If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep watching Infinite Recaps.